Conservation is a complex scientific challenge, especially in the face of climate change.
I think a good example is we eat a lot of red meat, and red meat is particularly bad for the environment. It requires a lot of space, a lot of water, a lot of land clearing, and produces a lot of emissions for climate change. So what we have there is a big push for us to eat less red meat.
Associate Professor Eve McDonald-Madden is an ecologist and describes herself as an environmental decision scientist.
Essentially what I do is apply mathematical approaches and economic approaches to how we make good choices for environmental management, and that's as diverse from where we should produce beef to how we manage specific species within an ecosystem.
Her research tackles complex environmental problems such as the impacts of climate change and the competing demands for energy, food, water and nature. And Associate Professor McDonald-Madden has pioneered analysis techniques to maximise the effectiveness of scarce resources.
One of the things we've been working on is trying to establish what would happen if we were still to produce beef and we still tried to reach the demand that we currently have, but we did it in a slightly different way in different places, and we use optimization methods to look at that trade-off and see what that trade-off looks like.
That information is then used to improve environmental decision-making across a variety of complex situations. For her research, Associate Professor Eve McDonald-Madden is receiving the Fenner Medal.
If the path you choose makes changes and helps in some small way to the next person to solve some big challenge, I think that's really important.